The attack is in London. The Diwali agreed to smuggle weapons and the Orchid into the Safe Harbor Convention.
Fuck, man, do you know how many people are gonna be there? We gotta warn Brown, convince him to call it off.
Brown. Last time we spoke, he was behind all this.
No, I've been digging into him. Brown needs to stop the Human Restoration Act. He's their target.
All right, get to my apartment. Explain it to me there.
Okay, Creepings, everybody, welcome back to SeriousCreeper's adventures in Deus Ex Mankind Divded. A little bit surprising there what she just said about Brown. I guess maybe he was pretending to be evil, or I don't even know.
Can you hear me? You have to come quick. He's here.
Who's here? Who is this?
It's Daria. From the crime scene. Do you remember?
Yes.
I'm at home. The apartment across from yours. Please, hurry. I need you one thing.
Are you still there? Daria.
Okay. This is continuing right now. The good thing is all of our quests currently are over at the apartment, so we have to go there no matter what. Dude, she is totally the killer. I don't believe her. That was some weird acting, you know, the way she was just saying it and stuff. Yeah, something's fishy with her. Something's very fishy with her, but I guess we'll check it out. I'm gonna go make my way over there. If anything happens on the way, I'll show it to you guys. Otherwise, you know, I'll see you there. Alright, welcome back. We are at the lower area now of Prague. Going through the same area we've done before. Although this looks almost different. Slightly. That will just lead us very close to the apartment of ours. So we have to go upstairs in our apartment, talk to Seraph. And also, I think Alex, you know, wants to tell us about her, what she figured out and stuff. But, dude, I'm really interested in this whole Daria situation here. So we're gonna check her out for sure. That's like the first thing we'll do.
Nothing but an excuse to take over.
Because that storyline or questline is very interesting to me. So she lives one up higher, right? I'm gonna keep this ready. Oh, it's him? Now it's her. It has to be
My
her.
Interpol friend, it's dangerous for you to be out in the street tonight. What are you doing here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Oh, the killer is still out there. More victims have turned up. All of them Augs, all harvested. Just like Angela's gun.
So it's the same person doing all this, and we still have no idea who that is.
I'm not sure where all this is going, but I've been looking at old case notes, and it's uncanny. Marek Svobodka, the old harvester, is supposed to be dead. Yet this killer seems to... Little habits that were never made public. I even called the cemetery just to make sure Svobodka's still dead.
And?
He's dead.
Okay.
That doesn't explain what you're doing here.
It's still my case, isn't it? And it's still open. I was hoping that maybe Daria suddenly remembered something. What about you? You know very well that your Interpol ID doesn't mean shit tonight. Hell, I should be arresting you right now.
It hasn't really meant shit much at all, to be honest. Most people just reject it. Oh boy, I don't know. I still don't feel like it's him. It's too like on the point, like too obvious or something, you know. Let's see, suspect. That's a little strange, isn't it? He was here. Like she might just try to, you know, make me go after him so that she gets away. I don't know.
I don't have time for this. Daria's in trouble, and I need to get inside. You do whatever you have to.
All right. I suppose you should check on your friend. I'll take a look around the building. You know, in case. Just try not to get caught.
I won't.
I don't know what to think. I mean, I could just knock you out right now. And then that's good. Wait a second, wasn't there like a vent into her apartment or something? No. Do we have the code for this? We don't. That's only level 1. Well, last time we hacked a level 1, that didn't go so well for us either. With Victor.
Access granted.
Hello? Oh yeah, she hears that, doesn't she? There's no one here. So weird! This whole situation is super weird. This is still us, huh? Yeah. Oops. I keep forgetting how to get out of there. Oh, space. Jeez, why is it space? That's so weird. Cat collar, examine. A cat collar with the name Starlight on it. Does she have new emails? Yes, Daria, you must see me right away. Listen to me. I know some part of you doesn't want this. Some part of you is scared and looking for a way out. Keep in mind that the surgery was very delicate. Your brain is still trying to process the implanted signals. All I ask is that you hear me out. I understand if you have doubts about my intentions, but right now I am your best and only chance. Tai Yong has set me up at the pharmacy in the Duvney district. I'm well equipped for what needs to be done. Please come see me before you do anything else, before anyone else gets hurt. And that is the doctor who was mentioned in the other email too, wasn't it? Maybe? From that like place where we are from or something? I still don't quite follow that whole storyline. There's a bear rack in Darius Miska's apartment. Yes. Did we get some hair strand, or is it just fur from the bear? Oh, okay. I don't know why that's relevant, but maybe it is. Right. Daria's diary. Oh my goodness. Hello, Whispers. Hi. He's coming. Here he comes. Door not knocking, not knocking, not knocking. Hi. Please, not me, not me, not me, not me. Who's there? Not me. 6988843. Not me. Yep, that's the number. Who's there? Who's knows? Cypra knows me not. Not me. What's your name, neighbor? Miss Botka. Heidi. Me, Heidi. Me, hide me. Jeez. So, that brain implant that she has, is that maybe like a schizophrenic thing now? Like, is the implant she has from that previous killer or something? And that's just like kind of conflicting with her own mind now, and she doesn't know who she is, and you know, it's going back and forth or something. I'm not sure. Now, is there gonna be stuff here too, or is it just her room? Angela Gunn. Okay. The footsteps of the harvester. Okay, maybe this is important. From the best of Angela Gunn in memoriam. 4 years ago, Marek Svobotka terrorized our city for 7 months. By the time he was done, 27 bodies were uncovered. In each killing, traces of EMP were discovered, used to stun or incapacitate the victim. In each killing, puncture wounds were linked to the use of a homemade muscle relaxant. And most notably, in each killing, the victim's augmentations were removed. Shortly before execution, Svobotka was asked why he did it. Where did the hatred for augmentations stem from? I don't hate them, he said. I saved them. I make them human again. Svobotka saw augmentation as a threat, both to the individual and to the collective good. In his own twisted way, he was arguing then what the UN is arguing now. Whether pseudo-spiritual rhetoric or carefully crafted legalese, I'm not sure what it is, the underlying message is the same: salvation through torture. If Marek Svobotka were alive today, he would have reason to be proud. This nightmare vision has become our political reality. So she's saying he's here, so I'm thinking it's just like her mind, you know? He's like kicking through. Hypodermic needles, okay. Those are the needles. Yeah, I don't. So it's her technically, but not quite. You know, she's being controlled by her head implant. That's my theory right now. A textbook about managing psychological disorders written by Dr. Nicholas Cypra. Okay, we heard that name. Wait, what does it? Oh, I can't see it now. Can I? Trying to see what that says here. Serial killer saw himself as saving, helping them go to heaven, families that they attended next week, blah blah blah. Copycat killer. Salvation through torture is what we just read as well. I try to keep them alive for as long as possible. Jeez, okay. Crazy man. So I'm hoping that we can save her. The blood looks like it belonged to Daria Miska. Is this just like a hairpin? Yeah, I guess. I don't know why. Is this blood or is this just coloring or something? I mean, it's for her hair, so maybe like it's like a wound or something. I don't know. Now, do these get highlighted? Because I don't know if I missed any. Is this evidence? Nope. Not sure if like if I found all the clues, you know. Maybe I did. Okay. Well then, that's interesting. Now, it's still in this district, right? This is the same district, I believe. Follow the trail. Travel to Daphne. An email on Daria's computer raises question about some medical procedure she underwent. Whatever happened to her, Dr. Cypra seems eager to cover it up. Oh no, so this is in the other Daphne district. Ah, shoot. I don't... See, this is a bit... I don't like this. I feel like they could have... I don't know. They could have done it a little bit different, maybe by placing certain locations in certain areas, grouping them up a bit. Because I keep having to go back and forth between these areas, and it's a bit... it's not so great, you know. Because it takes a while to go to the station again, and also like just the loading time. I don't know if they do that because they want us to just, you know, be in danger more often or something, but yeah, it's just a little bit frustrating, I find. It's only in this part right now. Before it was fine, it seemed, but right now this keeps sending me back and forth between those two districts. What is this? Hey Daddy, good news. You don't need to worry about me anymore. Tom and I are finally leaving the city. Someone named Bruno has said he can help. He knows someone at the permit office, and he says that my mother got in touch with him and asked if he could help me out of Prague. Why did you tell her I was leaving? I thought we agreed not to. Anyway, Bruno has a truck and he uses it to take people out of the city and go wherever they want. If you talk to Mother, tell her thanks, I suppose. Maybe I'll get in touch with her sometime. I don't know. Is that the girl we met? Olivier or something? Oh yeah, Olivier. No, this is to Olivier. Right? Yeah. Christelle, so that's someone else. Slow down a moment before climbing into a truck with a complete stranger, whether your mother knows him or not. Come see me tonight so we can talk about this. I didn't want to worry you, but I need to give you some news about the apartment too. I clean up and make goulash like the old times, a favorite. Where are you now? With Tom? You can invite him too if you want. Oh, Daddy, Tom will be with me. Stop worrying all the time. I'll come and see you tonight, but only because I can't resist goulash. I'm still doing this. It was you that told me to take responsibility, so here goes. And that's the same again. Mary, I'm worried about Christelle. She's been hopeful to move out of Prague with Tom, but they were having trouble at the permit office. I have to half apologize that I never told you, but Christelle didn't seem to want you to know. And let's be honest, we've not been in touch much since you joined Rucker's ARC movement thing. Either way, she's been frustrated with the entire process until yesterday, when she told me that she'd met a man named Bruno who said he knew you and that you asked him to help. He's apparently using a truck to take people out of Prague, past the checkpoints. I told her to stop rushing into things and come talk to me about this before doing anything rash, but that was over 24 hours ago since she was supposed to see me, and I'm sick with worry. I'm about to file a report with the police, but I wanted to ask if you know about this, or is she lying to me? Olivier, listen to me carefully. Yes, I do know this man, but for none of the reasons you might think. He's a Diwali thug. Christelle is in grave danger. You must try and reach her as quickly as possible. Maybe she was named Christelle. Maybe I just don't remember her name. Check friends or places she likes to hang out. Anything. If she gets on the truck, we'll never see her again. I thought I cleaned my past up with those scum, but it seems they've gone after the one thing I have no control over. I'm so sorry. There's no time to explain more now. I need to think. Come up with a plan. Find somewhere near the red light district. I promise you I'll sort this one way or another, Olivier. I know it's difficult, but trust me, I'll be in touch soon. Okay. So maybe just some little bit of background story to that. Spotter. Sin Eater Star is actually an ARC. Scandal. Even in the future, you can't escape these magazines, can you? Alright. Let's go upstairs. Let's go talk to Sarah first and see what Alex has to say. I'm hoping that doesn't trigger like the mission or something, so just in case it's safe here.
We got it wrong, Adam. Brown's financial prospects aren't as rosy as we thought. He stands to lose trillions if the Human Restoration Act passes.
That doesn't make any sense. Millions of displaced Augs will flock to Rabia.
And the city can't support them. Brown's been selling investors a pumped-up dream. The corporate city-state where like-minded individuals govern themselves while investors reap the profits.
Kinda goes against the idea of a one-world government.
Yeah, and if it fails, so does Brown, the Santo Group, and anyone else standing in the Illuminati's way.
So they want to kill a competing dream and get rid of their augmented problem in one fell swoop. I take it Brown's been campaigning against the act?
And unlike Rucker, he's got the money and influence to stop it.
What about the orchid sample I gave you? Marchenko's smuggling more of it into London. Were you able to analyze it?
That's some pretty sick shit, man. Far as we can tell, it targets a specific protein sequence in the body and deletes it. But without that sequence, the immune system goes into overdrive, attacking and rejecting critical organs within minutes. Rucker's death must have been horrible.
It was. The way it hit him, it looked like his augmentations were being forced out of his body. Like he was experiencing a ramped-up form of rejection syndrome.
The orchid's an aug killer? How did you survive it?
I suspect it's an everyone killer. But something in my DNA must be resistant to it. My body doesn't reject augments, Alex. I've never needed neuropozyne. Maybe that's the key.
No neuropozyne dependency? Jesus, how's life at the top, man? You gotta be what, 1 in a billion? Still, don't go testing this theory out. You might not be so lucky next time. Darknet posted pictures of Rucker's corpse. If Brown and all his elegant fans see potential investors get dosed, and Picus News broadcasts images of them, it's gonna send a message.
I'd better warn Miller. You can stay here if you want, till the curfew's lifted.
I can take care of myself. But when the task force hits London, keep me in the loop. Not sure what I can do, but good luck, Adam. And be safe.
Thanks, Alex.
Miller, it's Jensen. Is McCready still working on that plan for London? Because there's another variable to consider.
You can brief him yourself at TF-29's airfield. We're mobilizing.
Copy that. How do I get there?
Damn curfew's still in effect. So if you can get to Chicane's place, he'll fly you to it. Miller out.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, the whole, like, you know, I always have problems with following this whole political things, and these type of games always have a lot of this kind of stuff where it's like, okay, he has, you know, if he does this, then his entire business and some weird laws and complicated stuff. But it sounds like Brown doesn't want this stuff to happen either. So we have a praxis kit. Do we want to learn something right now? I keep talking about this energy stuff, but I still don't feel like it's extremely necessary. I mean, we could try to just, well, fortify is not that useful, but maybe just increase this so we can hack better systems. But we also have a ton of, you know, multi-tools, so it's not too important either. Seeing the noise-making stuff, probably not too important. So maybe we'll just put it into the battery, just to recharge rate a little bit. There you go. Alright, but now let's see if we can talk to Seraph. There we go. Awkward silence.
Adam, good. We need to talk, son.
What's going on, Seraph? Why the secure vidcall number?
I looked into Facility 451. It was a processing clinic, one of dozens set up after the incident to help augmented people recover. It was supposed to be places to heal, but they were run more like prison camps.
And?
And I don't think you got your new augs there. You said rescue teams dumped you in that clinic shortly after Panchaea collapsed, but your name doesn't appear on its entry logs. And it doesn't appear on any survivor recovery lists either.
They said I was a John Doe. Nobody knew who I was.
It wouldn't have been hard to find out. Your augmentations have serial numbers. Or at least the ones I had installed into Adam Jensen did.
What? All my arcs are new? Oh, we can talk about the schematics. Also, I like that it's facility 451, which is, you know, part of that 0451 code that always shows up in the Deus Ex games.
Are you suggesting all my augs are new? Even the ones you gave me?
I'm not suggesting anything. I'm telling you, all the augs we ever installed had registry codes, and they're not hard to trace.
I know my augs, Seraph. It took 2 years for my body to get used to them, to unlock all their potential.
2 years? Really, Adam? One of which you don't remember because you were allegedly in a coma in Alaska. Look, son, all I'm saying is it wouldn't have been hard to identify you, but for some reason, that never happened.
That's weird. Are we even Adam Jensen? Are we like some sort of clone or like recreation? Because I was gonna say, when he talked about the orchid, right, and like the augments pushing out of the body, we are more augments than body. Like all of our entire body is pretty much like augmented, right? So there's probably more machine than the human in us.
I found a set of Orlov schematics in a secret military facility in the Swiss Alps. The mercs there had the same augments as me. Do you think I could have been there?
A secret military base in Switzerland? It's kind of far from the Arctic, but...
But what?
When Panchaea collapsed, the original search and rescue mission was reclassified as a recovery operation after 7 days.
Meaning they weren't expecting to find any more survivors.
A few days after that, a unit of soldiers who were never publicly identified intervened. I think that's who found you.
They pull me out of the ocean, take me somewhere, and a year later, Orlov and I show up in Alaska.
Maybe. Listen, son, there's some conclusions you have to make for yourself. I've gone as far as I can take you. Orlov might have had answers, but as soon as you found out he was in Prague, that he'd been visiting Prague periodically ever since you started working with TF-29's division there, somebody killed him. You tell me what it means.
I can't. Not yet.
Well, if you ever do find out, give me a call. Until then, take care of yourself, Adam. Be careful.
Thanks for the help, Seraph.
Okay, I don't feel like much smarter than I was before calling him. That sounds super weird. And he didn't like... We weren't able to mention the other blueprint we found. Well, we found the other blueprint in the... What are they called? The that military group, the new one. Oh, Tavos, right? Tavos. That used to be Bell Tower. So, and if the new group is Tavos 2, the ones in Swiss, it's Switzerland. I keep saying Swiss. Then, you know, we found blueprints there too. Maybe that's just like a connection to it, saying that, yeah, these blueprints are from there, so we have been over there in that group somehow. Oh yeah, we can talk to you now, huh?
I don't know where she is. All I know is she called you and not me. Curious, doesn't it?
Alright, yeah, still believe that you're innocent. Well, it sounds like we have to go travel over to the other side now, right? Because like those of these are like... let's see, follow the trail. Yeah, this one is on the other side. And then, well, the main stuff is on the other side too. But I'm guessing we'll be coming back to this side as well. Alright, time to go back to the metro. Alright, we are in the Daphne area again. Just traveled over here. So there's our main mission. That's that puppet store where we can meet Chicane. And then we have this there. Okay. Now, if that guy would turn around, that'd be nice, but I don't want to wait, so we're just gonna do one of these magic tricks. And that's all good. You know, I gotta say, I know we're like 51 or so episodes into this game, but I just realized I was always under the impression that, you know, the energy bar at the bottom left, that the big part of the bar is the one that regenerates. But it actually does regenerate to the very end. Oh god, that was close. So let's see if I can do this without this guy seeing me. Yeah, I can. So that's actually pretty good after all. So I didn't even have to use my energy that often. So yeah, leveling these up might be nice. Although yeah, you can see the bar goes down when I use my stuff, right? And then you have to use your biocell again to fill that up, but it still regenerates till that spot, which is good. So yeah, because like I guess abilities like my invisibility, oh, it reduces it a little bit. Ah, I get it now. I get it now. So it reduces the max a little bit, but then it just regenerates to there. Okay. Wow, I can't believe that took me forever to figure out. Alright, but we are at the clinic, so let's see what's going on in here.
We have no business together.
Oh, hey, you're still here, huh? Oh, you're the Cypher, right.
What are you doing here?
Do you remember
it's after
you?
curfew. It's dangerous.
Serial killers are dangerous. Curfews are just inconvenient.
I beg your pardon?
Daria Mishka. Ring a bell?
I'm sorry, but I'm not at liberty to divulge anyone's personal information.
Could you be any more nervous? I'm asking for your help. Daria's missing. She's got herself mixed up in these harvester killings. I don't have much time, so you need to start talking fast. Daria's in grave danger. We don't know. We both know why we're here. We can take the scenic route if you want, but okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I mean, he's very nervous. Now, this says bluff, but it sounds more like we can, you know, be more aggressive against him. I'm gonna go with appeal.
I'm asking for your help. Daria's missing. She's gotten herself mixed up in these harvester killings.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I don't see what that has to do with me. Or with you, for that matter.
Before going after her, I want to make sure I have all the information I need. I read the email you sent her. You seemed very concerned. Something about a neural surgery you performed. Why was it so important for her to meet you here?
I used to know Daria. She was a patient of mine.
Your patient? You mean here at the drugstore?
No, of course not. Before that, when I used to work for Tai Yong Medical, big tech corporation. You know it?
Enough to know I don't like where this is going.
I headed a project. The cutting edge of neural science and cellular memory replacement. We dealt with people suffering from severe social disorders. We were making people better by making them better people.
Okay. And Tai Yong never has anything good coming from them, huh? I like this one. The sarcasm is strong enough. Although it's just me, or have we not seen Adam with his like glasses gone in a long time? It looks so much cooler. He always talks to people with his glasses on. I have to do this
like
one.
Tai Yong running experiments to make better people. What could possibly go wrong?
I'll tell you what went wrong. The incident happened. Your kind lost sympathy with the world, and my kind lost funding for their projects. The whole thing was shut down, and it became very difficult to adequately follow up with patients.
Patients like Daria. What happened? What the hell did you do to her?
We were trying to help people. Imagine what it would mean if we succeeded. Anxiety, gone. Apathy, gone. Depression, gone.
Diversity gone, spontaneity gone, individuality gone. But you probably left that part out of your sales pitch.
Daria is responsible for what Daria does. The only reason Tai Yong forced me to get involved is because so much is at stake for them. Big brand name to protect. I've met their lawyers, men whose briefcases are filled with broken teeth. You must understand.
I don't really. I guess I'll just forward that email you wrote to the police. Ooh. Be very patient, too patient. That's about change. I'm gonna try to be nice still. I'm thinking right now, because he gets so really nervous and pressured, that pushing him probably is effective. Because it may trigger like some of that Casey stuff, you know, we'll get options and stuff. And it would maybe make him make mistakes. But at the same time, I kind of understand that he's trying to help and that he meant well and stuff. So I'm gonna try to stay positive and appeal to him for now.
I'm trying to save Daria. If any part of you cares about what happens to her, now is the time to tell me. What do I need to know to help her?
Daria is beyond help. You're wasting your time.
That's for me to decide. Now tell me about this procedure. And you can quit stalling, because I'm not going anywhere until I get the answers I need.
My job was to address people's deficiencies by integrating donor personality packages. That meant we needed lots of confident volunteers to donate time to our project. As you can imagine, people weren't exactly lining up to have a scrape inside their heads. So Tai Young had to diversify.
Once again, not sure I like where this is going.
Tai Young Medical cut a deal with various penitentiaries. Prisoners who took part in our programs, they got granted little perks, bigger cells, running water. The prisons, they benefited from facility upgrades. It was a win-win.
You implanted the personality traits of prisoners into the mentally unstable? Smart. Let me take a wild guess. Daria's donor was Marek Svobotka, better known as the Harvester.
Donor number 698843. All I saw, all I was given, was a series of test scores that showed a perfect match. Everything she was missing, he had. Nothing else mattered at the time.
God, what a dumb procedure. Like, seriously? Seriously?
Your pet project's been haunting the streets of Prague. She's been tearing people apart. Now I'm starting to think she wants to tear me apart. I'm sorry if all that inconveniences you, Doctor.
What is it you expect me to say? I followed procedures. The people who are really responsible for this, they're not the ones working in drugstores now.
Fine. So let's go after Tai Young.
Don't be naive.
You're really not helping your cause here. Give me something to work with. Tell me how to stop Daria.
All right. Look. We obviously want the same thing here. Daria has a neural chip installed just above the hairline. She won't let you get anywhere near it. So if you're serious about putting an end to this, you'll have to, you know.
What, kill her?
That would be my preference, yes. Or I suppose you could just incapacitate her.
Oh.
But then you run the risk of having her wake up. Not a risk I would take personally.
Jesus. Something that doesn't involve attacking her?
There must be another way. Something that doesn't involve attacking her.
I wish I could help you. Unless you're willing to meet violence with violence, Daria's not a victim. Chip or no chip, she is behind this, and she will try to attack you no matter what you do.
I don't think Daria's as responsible as you make her out to be. Taking her out and removing the chip is great for you. Gets rid of any evidence that might link her actions to your bungled experiment. But there's no way it's my only option. And there's no way Tai Young Medical would develop a sensitive technology like this without some kind of failsafe. I know you're holding something back.
Like what?
A weakness, an override. Something that allows me to talk to her without the influence of whatever it is you installed.
Well, there is an override phrase. Daria's been programmed to react to it with specific subconscious impulses that are designed to trigger a shutdown of the chip.
Why wouldn't you tell me that in the first place?
Because I knew you would overestimate what it could do. You're a fool if you think you can just walk up to a killer and say a magic word. It won't undo what she's become. The decision to act on Svobodka's memories, to repeat them, that was all Daria. Simply shutting down the chip at this point will not be sufficient.
That's for me to decide. What's the override phrase?
Ad hominem 2026. But I warn you, Do not turn your back on her. And do not underestimate her responsibility in all of this. We all have terrible nightmares. We all have visions of sick and terrible things we could do. But we don't all act on them. You must be careful around her.
I'm just slightly writing this phrase down in case I actually need to remember this. Also, my friend,
Dangerous.
good night. What a jerk, man. He deserves that. Okay, perfect. Well, I guess we go after Daria next time, because the episode is super long, but that's very interesting. Also, did you see that during the cutscenes? Isn't that interesting? There's like this... It's almost like a... What's it called? Like an illusion where the red and the blue seem to actually switch colors, or like one starts to glow, the other one doesn't, or something. I don't know. It's just... I don't know. I just noticed that while he was talking. Yeah, sounds like we're gonna go after Daria. Hopefully we can help her. That would be good. What a dumb procedure. I mean, you know, I get that they tried to do something with good intentions, you know, getting rid of all these like social or mental disorders in general, like depressions and stuff, but probably not the best way to do this, especially by implanting prisoners' minds. Sounds horrible. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.